Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the... The 16-yard line. At their own 16-yard line.
Set. UAT. Alert. Alert. You
On 1st and 10, Watson being chased out left. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down now.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Let him go. 58, right over there, yeah. Let him go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup, 57 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Tighten up. Check 24. Right 24. 58, come on, 58. Truck. You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Check.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Below Nichols. Just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Watson now to throw. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Watch the flags, watch the flags. 26. 24. Tackles. Check 3.
Now it's Watson. Rolling to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
And with the play clock running low, Bill O'Brien's going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the Bears' 4-yard line.
Set. 19. Mike 58 right there. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. 58, boys. 58. 58, Mike. Hey. 26. Check 15.
To Johnson again. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
This is fielded at the goal line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up first and 10 at their own 18. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Oh, twisting away. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead going to an opposite color jersey.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. CD, with that incompletion, let's look at some of the big games week 13. So these are ones that our crew probably think are the biggest 4. Let's rank them 1 to 4 as far as how big they are and what they mean. Baltimore at Buffalo, San Fran at New Orleans, KC at New England, Seattle at the Rams. How would you rank those? What do you think?
Well, this is going to sound self-serving since I'm working San Francisco and New Orleans, but to me that's the number 1 game because the number 1 seed in the NFC will be determined that week for that moment. Okay, the winner of that becomes the number 1 seed. I think the number 2 game, Seattle at the Rams, because Seattle's trying to maintain pace with San Francisco or become the number 1 team in the NFC West, and the Rams have to have it if they have any designs on making the playoffs. The number 3 game, Baltimore at Buffalo. Buffalo's announced its presence, that big win on Thanksgiving Day over Dallas. But Baltimore's the hottest team, the best team in the league over the last 8 weeks. And then you finish up Kansas City, New England. How is that the number 4 game?
I know.
Hard to believe, but it is in this instance.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. DeAndre Carter's deep for the Texans. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
At the 13-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check 52. Shut that. Motion. Check. Shift. Showing it. Anyway. Kill.
Here's Johnson. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
54! 58, Mike. How you get on the Check. Switch. 54!
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete here. It's Hyde. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Here we go. 58, boys, 58, Mike. Watch the curl.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson for the catch made by Johnson. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
24.
From the gun, here's Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
I got you. Tight dog. He's checking.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On 2nd down now. It's Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. Hey, 31. It's just me and you. Check 13.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Check four. Mike 27, Mike 27. Alert. You got tight right there.
On first down, Johnson. And he's got this down to the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
A gain of 12. First down, Houston.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
All day, baby, all day.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. What I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. J.J. Watt just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
61, matchbox right.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here comes Carter.
Here we go.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. CD, while we have a quick second here, I want to give a shout-out to 3 teams who have struggled mightily this year, who all got wins in Week 12. The Dolphins, the Redskins, and for their first win of the season, the Bengals.
How about you? I love your empathy, right? You hate to see teams struggle like this. Hate to see teams that are down. And when they get wins, you come with a little bounce, don't you? You got a little extra spring in your step. Those Bengals, and they beat the Jets, who at the time were hot, right? They won 3 in a row. How about Washington? That win over Carolina. And then, of course, the Dolphins. No one really saw that coming. Their win over Philadelphia, even though it was at home.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, 59 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. The extra point splits the uprights, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Johnson's got it complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Check 3, check 3. At the 31-yard line. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check 31, check 31. Check, check.
Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
He's coming, double up. Hatch it, hatch it. No, no, no.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 42-yard line.
Reset! Connecting!
I'm coming after you.
924!
Check right 27. Check right 27. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Watch twist. Watch twist. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Back to throw, Watson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
931!
A shotgun snap for Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on fourth.
Watch the curl. Watch the 29.
58, Mike. I got it. 58 for Mike, 58 for Mike.
On fourth down, Watson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. With that incompletion, I want to revisit some playoff talk. We talked about the top two seeds, but let's break down the AFC playoff picture. Ravens and Pats on top. If the season ended, we'd be looking at the Bills in the 5 spot and the Steelers the 6. That would give us wild card games of Bills, Chiefs, Steelers, Texans. You give the Titans, Raiders, Colts, or Browns any shot, Charles?
I give the Titans a shot. They get Houston twice in the last 4 games of the year. And the way they're running the ball with Derrick Henry and their defense playing well, yeah, they're very confident right now. The Raiders, no, I don't give them that type of a shot. I think they're a year ahead of schedule with the season that they're having. The Colts, I do give them a shot. Okay, Jacoby Brissett, if he can get hot down the stretch and they get Marlon Mack back running the football, I think they can have an impact. In Cleveland, no, I don't give them any shot.
A boost here to start the drive after the penalty. It's 1st and 5.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. That's complete to Robinson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
7 yards there and a first down. Now Trubisky on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. To throw again on second down. Trubisky. And some room to roam now. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And it's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Bill O'Brien with a call here. We'll go for 2.
It's been a long day for you. And 58 is a mic. Come on. It's our time. It's our time.
After the interception, here's Watson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
This fielded at the 2. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's it, baby.
Deshaun Gibson brought him down. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8. At the 37.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
180!
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Alert, 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 alert!
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky. They'll find Miller. That's complete. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Trubisky now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Trubisky will throw. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This will be taken in at the 1. Spinning past him. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now left side on the swing pass. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
4-1 Mike. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And way out past the 35 before he's taken down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. On 1st down, Trubisky. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Trubisky to throw again. The screen pass here to Cohen. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Watch tight end.
Yeah, one word.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, but it'll be 2nd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Alert.
Again, it's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Get that quarterback. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Situation. Let's go. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys.
Throwing again is Watson. Steps away to his left. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 10.
Watch the safety creep. Play. 58 for Mike.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Get up.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. To throw again on second down, Trubisky, and he completes it to Cohen. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Blue.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
Lock in.
41's the Mike. 41's the Mike.
Down to lose 1.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Single. Now here's the line. Third and two. Tight end right.
Trubisky to throw. And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a one-score game. So the clock shows 55 seconds to play as they line up for a critical onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
What's the run? They're running it. Check for it.
9.
Jim. Check. Check it back.
Let's go.
Well, now a carry here for their fullback. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Carlos Hyde in the game. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Check, 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 check. Bang, 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 bang. Hey, get him, get him, get him. You got him. 58, boy, 58, 58, Mike.
59.
Again, it's Hyde. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Shift. Hey, alert 3. Watch the slam. Motion.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Check. Lucky. Slam. Whip. Watch the whip. Hey, 58.
Line up.
In your face.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. But he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then